So here we have Oliver. He is in a hardware store, just working on his basic obedience and commands. He's doing very well. This way. Oliver, come. Easy. Good boy. But he's been a very good boy on this trip. So enjoy these clips of him working in the hardware store we are in. And enjoy. Sit. Stay. Okay. Come. Sit. Down. Stay. 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 Sit. Down. Stay. Down. Stay. Stay. Okay. Good boy. Come here. Oliver. Come on. Come on. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Sit. Stay. Stay. Okay, come. Yes. Good boy. So in the previous clips, there are just a bunch of them working and having fun, but this is a clip I wanted to show you a little bit what we were working on. So this was his leash walking, and I don't want to reward him jumping up to get those treats in my hand. So when he did that, I just stopped, waited for him to get down, and then continued saying this way as just a gesture that we're moving. So back and forth, I walked up and down this big aisle here. It was kind of in the middle, so the aisles were along either side of me. And there was lots of people here, so I decided to do a voiceover just because there were lots of people talking, which of course I don't mind. I enjoy him being able to work through those environments and distractions. But I wanted to get on here and voice over this part just so you knew what I was doing and that you don't hear other people talking in the background and not being able to focus on me because they were right next to my camera. But Oliver was being a very good boy in the store. He was focusing on me, which I love, and love his attentiveness focused on me, which is very important to me. I love him being able to focus on me and not the other distractions and people, which is always one of our biggest accomplishments when they focus on you instead of those distractions. Of course, Oliver loves people and loves to be pet and get all the loving he can. So of course I let him do that, but I want him to be able to focus on me when we are working. So here I wanted to walk this way, so I just said when he jumped up and then continued this way. Here he did see those other people and he was a little tangled in the leash, but I decided to continue. Then I untangled him here and then continued on. So by telling him this way when I'm going around turns, letting him make that decision to turn really helps in focus. When I tell him this way, he knows we're changing direction. There you go. So he was already changing direction when I told him this way. Kind of in that high-pitched voice, actually, because you want them to be able to focus on you as well as still get that praise reward out of it. So telling him this way in that nice high-pitched voice makes him excited, makes him want to focus on you, which really helps in the long run. So just by continuing walking back and forth, he did very well and was learning to stay right by my left side. And I am using those treats for that lure on my left side. That way he knows that he has to walk there so we can finally work on heel as he gets older. So this, I did put him in a sit stay with the people behind him, and he did very well, actually. So I was very happy and very proud of that because we've been working hard on his stays. So I've been very excited. And I wanted to keep these stays short, so I released him early. And then I'm going to try a down stay, so I put him in that down, telling him stay with that flat open stop sign like hand really helps. So if at any point he looks like he's going to get up, I just give him that vocal warning of and see if he self-corrects. If he does, I tell him good boy and reward that positive behavior. If he gets up like he just did because I walked out of sight, I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to go put him back in that position. His legs slipped out on his back legs, so he did look like he kind of flopped a little there. But I wanted to continue just telling him to stay, even though that was a bit of a harsh little fall into the down, but that's okay. Then I gave him that release word of okay in that high-pitched tone. He got up. He was a very good boy. And I continued walking around. And then this, I'm going to have him bring him over here and do another sit, stay. So I told him to sit, stay, and then drop that leash. So I'm continuing. He looked like he was going to lay down, so I just told him, Then he just fixed his feet and stayed there. And again, there are people right behind us. I am going to leave the sound in the video a little bit. That way you can hear what's going on a little bit. But he was a very good boy, and I'm very glad that I could show you these things, as well as him doing stays in public situations with distractions and all sorts of things around him. It's very nice for him to learn how to do that, and he was a very good boy, and I was very proud, especially for his first time doing stays in a public setting like that. He was a very good boy. Throughout the stay, I also always want to remind him that he is in that stay by giving them that flat out hand telling him stay. Here I'm having him do a down without a lure, and I also was having him do sits just with that hand signal and the word, and he was doing very good. I was very happy with Oliver on this trip. I'm glad I got this video to show you guys how well he was being. He was being such a cute little boy, and he also got lots of love-ins from the employees and the customers that were in that store. He was a very good boy. So I just want to reward him when he does do these things, because that's what I want, and I love when he follows through and lays down without that lure. It's really helpful for me to continue our training, and it's also really helpful when he does that down without a lure, only because when I'm putting him into a down stay, I don't have to have my hands there, almost like I'm petting him when he's going down to that down. That way it's easier for me to just say down and then stay with that flat open hand without me having to bend down and get back up. Because sometimes that does get them excited. They want to follow you around, so that can be a little bit of a challenge. Here's just a little bit of him leash walking in the store, being a very good boy, loose leash walking right to my left side, and I was having him sit when I stopped. He was a very good boy. I was very happy. This way. I'm just telling him this way when we change direction, go different ways. There again, just telling him this way, and then this way again, changing in different directions, in different ways as well. He was being very good. This, I just told him this way and started walking a faster pace. He goes out in front of me, so this is when I would tell him easy, try and lure him to back to my left side. So here I got a treat, that way I could lure him out and back around, telling him to sit and then telling him this way and continue walking.